Hello, dear viewers. Welcome to this captivating journey through the shadows of history, where power, intrigue, and destiny intertwine in the most enigmatic ways. Today, we delve into the dramatic tale of Anne of Brittany, the Duchess who married 3 times, including 2 French kings, and became the only woman twice crowned Queen of France. Her life is a whirlwind of secret alliances, political betrayals, and a fierce battle for independence that still echoes through time. If you love these mysterious historical stories, hit that subscribe button, like this video, and turn on notifications so you never miss an episode. Now, let's uncover her story, the orphaned heiress and the web of betrothals. In the misty halls of Nantes Castle, on January 25, 1477, a child was born into a world of looming threats and hidden agendas. Anne, the eldest daughter of Duke Francis II of Brittany and his second wife, Margaret of Foix, entered a realm where her very existence was a pawn in a grand chess game of European power. Brittany, a proud duchy clinging to its independence from France, saw in Anne its future salvation or doom. Her parents' early deaths, Margaret, when Anne was just 9, and Francis II in 1488, after a fateful fall from his horse, thrust the 11-year-old into the spotlight as Duchess of Brittany, Countess of Nantes, and Viscountess of Limoges. Raised by a governess and a noble kinswoman, Anne learned French, Latin, dance, song, and music. But beneath this polished education lurked the shadows of politics. Her father, desperate for military and financial aid, had secretly promised her hand to numerous princes. Edward, Prince of Wales, the future Henry VII of England, Maximilian I of Austria, and more. These clandestine negotiations were veils for alliances that could tip the balance of power. The defeat of Francis II at the Battle of Saint-Aubin-du-Cormier in 1488 forced the Treaty of Sable, binding his daughter's marriages to French approval, a mysterious clause that would haunt Anne's fate. Crowned Duchess on February 10, 1489, the young girl became Europe's most coveted heiress, her every move watched by spies and schemers. The proxy marriage and the forced union with Charles VIII, as whispers of rebellion echoed through Brittany's forests, Anne, at 13, entered a union shrouded in secrecy and defiance. In 1490, she married Maximilian I, Archduke of Austria and future Holy Roman Emperor, by proxy, a bold act that violated the Treaty of Sable and invited the wrath of France. This alliance threatened to place Brittany under Habsburg control, France's arch-enemy, igniting a firestorm of intrigue. King Charles VIII of France, viewing it as provocation, besieged Rennes, Anne's refuge, in the spring of 1491. Trapped and isolated, she was compelled to renounce her marriage to Maximilian and betroth herself to Charles. On November 17, 1491, Austria protested vehemently, claiming the union illegal, as Anne was already wed and unwilling. Yet in the opulent yet ominous Château de Langeais, on December 6, 1491, the hurried ceremony unfolded. The marriage contract, a document laced with hidden intents, stipulated that the surviving spouse would inherit Brittany, and if Charles died without a male heir, Anne must wed his successor, ensuring France's grip on the duchy. At 14, Anne became Queen of France, crowned on February 8, 1492, at Saint Denis Basilica, the first queen honored there. Their marriage was unhappy. Anne brought her own beds, and they often lived apart. She bore 6 children, but tragedy struck repeatedly. Charles Orleans died of measles at 3, and the others perished in infancy or stillbirth, leaving shadows of grief and whispers of curses over the royal court. Widowhood, the second crown, and the struggle for autonomy fate twisted again in 1498, when Charles VIII met a bizarre end, striking his head on a door lintel and dying suddenly. At 21, the widowed Anne reclaimed her duchy, personally governing Brittany amid swirling rumors of poison and divine retribution. The marriage contract's enigmatic clause activated. She must wed Louis XII, Charles's cousin and successor. But Louis was already married to Joan of France, sparking a scandalous annulment process involving papal intrigue and false testimonies of non-consummation. Returning to Brittany in October 1498, Anne asserted her sovereignty. In 1499, at 22, she married Louis XII, becoming queen again. This contract, forged in secrecy, recognized her ducal rights and decreed their second child would inherit Brittany separately, a mysterious safeguard against French annexation. Crowned a second time on November 18, 1504, at St. Denis, Anne bore 5 more children, but 3 sons died young. Only daughters Claude, 1499, and Renee, 1510, survived. As Duchess, she fiercely protected Brittany, betrothing Claude to Charles of Austria in a covert alliance to thwart French dominance, touring her duchy in 1505 to rally support amid Louis's jealous absences. The final days, legacy, and the vanishing duchy worn by endless pregnancies, miscarriages, and the weight of intrigue, Anne's health faltered. A kidney stone attack claimed her life on January 9, 1514, at Blois Castle, at just 36. Her will, a final act of mystery, divided her remains. Her heart in a golden reliquary to Nantes, symbolizing eternal ties to Brittany, while her body rested at St. Denis among French royals. Her 40-day funeral, with elaborate rites, inspired future royal ceremonies, but her dreams crumbled. Claude married Francis I in 1515, sealing Brittany's union with France in 1532. Anne's legacy endures as a symbol of Breton patriotism, her life a tapestry of drama and enigma. Statues and memorials honor her, but the whispers of lost independence linger. Thank you for joining this mysterious tale. If you enjoyed it, subscribe for more historical enigmas, like and share. See you next time